So right now we're at Brockway Mountain. This is the West Bluff scenic view, and we'll show you some views here in a minute. It's kind of a little hazy, so I don't know if we'll be able to see Lake Superior much, but it's right there. So we are heading to Copper Harbor, and copper was a huge thing in this area. So there in the distance, I don't know if you can tell that or not, but that's Lake Superior. We're about at the farthest tip in Michigan. And Erica said earlier, what's the interesting fact about this town, Copper Harbor? Oh, it's the furthest city from a interstate.
150 miles.
Yeah, furthest city from an interstate in the lower 48 states. So pretty cool. And it's the furthest city north in Michigan. One thing we don't like about Brockway Mountain Scenic Overlook is there's a bunch of biting flies up here. So, and we're the only ones up here right now, so I think it's time to get out of here. As we were driving down the mountain, we found this little overlook that overlooks Copper Harbor, and it was a beautiful view. We had to stop. And there it is, Copper Harbor, Michigan. Man, cute little town. Little harbor there right on Lake Superior. This is the beginning of US Highway 41. This road runs all the way from here in Copper Harbor, Michigan, all the way down to Miami, Florida. And on the way, it goes through Chicago, Vincennes, Indiana, which is close to where we live in Washington. It goes through Nashville, and then all the way down to Fort Myers, Florida, where we visit a lot and have a condo. And then it ends in Miami. So this is the beginning of US Highway 41. As we were driving back on Highway 41 through Copper Harbor, we were getting a little hungry, so we decided to stop at Mariner Inn North. This place was pretty cool. It was a rustic restaurant, but it didn't have any air conditioning, and it was pretty hot that night. They had some fans set up, so it made it tolerable, and both Eric and I had dishes that featured Lake Superior whitefish. So today we are heading to Isle Royale, which is a national park in the middle of Lake Superior. You can only get there two ways, either by a boat, ferry type of thing that they take from a couple different spots, one here in Michigan and one over in Minnesota, or you can get there by seaplane. Now we're doing the seaplane, but the seaplane is dependent on the weather, and it was storming all night last night, and it's still pretty rainy and cloudy this morning. And so we were supposed to be here at 8 and take off, but we got a call this morning, and it's been postponed for an hour because of the weather. So hopefully the weather will break and clear up, and we can get on this seaplane and head over to the national park. We'll keep you posted. So we made it to Isle Royale Seaplanes. There's the phone number if anyone wants to book it. You can probably look it up online. There's the website too. It's cleared up a little bit, still kind of overcast, but at least the rain stopped, so here we go. So right now there's three seaplanes down here by the water. They're getting that one ready, so I'm guessing that's the one we're taking, but I don't know, we'll find out here in just a little bit. Erica's getting us checked in, and then hopefully we'll be ready to go. So the bad news is, even though the rain has stopped, it's still pretty cloudy. The clouds are low, so the visibility's poor, so we're still in a delay. One of the pilots is getting ready to do a scout flight just to see if it's safe to fly, so he's going to take off here in just a little bit, and hopefully we'll know more in just a few minutes. never know. All right, so it's almost 10:30 and the clouds are still pretty low, and we just got word that our trip has been canceled, and unfortunately they are booked up for the entire rest of the season. Their season only runs through September, and so we can't even reschedule for a few more days from now or anything. And so, well, we're gonna have to make it back to Isle Royale some other time, but we're gonna try to salvage this day and visit some other things. So first stop is going to be the Hungarian Falls. So we were just trying to come up with plan B for seeing Isle Royale. There is a ferry that goes from here in Michigan, but it takes like 6 hours to get there. And then there's one in Grand Portage, Minnesota, that's only an hour and a half around, well, an hour and a half trip. And so we just got on their website to try to get some tickets for that. But apparently they are all sold out for the season too. And so there is no way for us to make it to Isle Royale on this trip. So have to save that for another time. Right now we're on a snowmobile path in the winter. When this is compacted with snow, they drive snowmobiles through here. So we're having a little trouble finding these falls. We might get a little muddy. We're not sure this is the actual way. Is there a trail? Yeah. Where did that go off?
I don't know. Is that a tree?
Well, it looks kind of like it. So now we're in downtown Houghton. I think that's how you say this name. It's got a cool little bridge. It's actually another Twin Cities. Houghton's on this side of the water, and the city of Hancock is on the other side of the water over there. As you can see, it's still pretty overcast. That's why our seaplane was not able to go. So still disappointed about that, but we'll have to get back to Isle Royale some other time. So a lot of nice old buildings here in downtown Houghton. It's also the home of Michigan Tech University. So for lunch, we went to eat at the Ambassador. This was a really cool place in Houghton, and we had salad and then some delicious pizza that we shared. I guess God may have been looking out for us, not letting us go to Isle Royale today because it is pouring right now. And we just got back to the RV. We were caught out in a storm, so I'll flip the camera around here. And my shirt is soaking wet. That's the only dry spot, is right underneath my chin. So yesterday continued to be kind of a washout. And so after hanging out in Houghton, not sure how you say it. So I'm bad with pronunciation, as you've probably seen or probably can tell by watching these videos. But after spending the afternoon in town, eating, walking around a little bit, it was still raining, so we came back to the RV. We were staying at a pretty cool RV place. It was owned by the city of Hancock. It was a camping, boating area. They also had a beach, a playground, sand volleyball courts. So it was pretty cool, but obviously the weather was bad, and so we couldn't really hang out and do much. So we stayed in the RV. We got some stuff done yesterday, read, watched some movies, just took a kind of relaxing day. Before we get going any further, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Heartland OBGYN. Obviously, I am a doctor at Heartland OBGYN, and so if you are looking for gynecological or obstetric services and you're in southern Indiana, look us up. We'll take great care of you. And so today it is sunny. It is nice out, and we are getting ready to leave Houghton. We are going to stop by, believe it or not, this little tiny town in Michigan on the Keweenaw Peninsula is where professional hockey started. And so we're going to go find this area, the stadium where it started. I think they have a sign there, and I'm going to see if we can get in the stadium, kind of walk around a little bit. But this town is where professional hockey started. And so before we leave here, we're going to check that out. So we're in Houghton, Michigan still, and this was the birthplace of professional hockey. And this is Dee Stadium, where it all started. We are inside Dee Stadium now. Well, this part of our trip didn't turn out exactly like we had hoped, but we still tried to make the best of it. We've got to head out now, and we're heading to Porcupine Mountain State Park, also known as the Porkies. I can't wait to go and see what this area has in store. Thanks for watching.